Hello there, Allie here from Parkside Nutrition, and this Friday I have some very simple tips for you. And this is coming after a week of Thanksgiving and talking with people and helping them eat more mindfully, obviously progress towards their gut health, weight loss goals, etc. and during the holiday season. And you might think, wow, Allie, I don't envy your job. This must be very difficult for you this time of year. And it's really not. I really honestly enjoy this. So here are some tips that I really want to pass on to you this week that I've been chatting with clients about. So number one is you can be honest and kind to yourself in equal measure. A lot of times we will find motivation in being really hard on ourselves, and we can still be kind and still work on the discipline, work on the motivation to do the things, right? We can not like where we're at right now and still be kind and still take care of ourselves. And I think that is still and always will be a good way to practice thinking about these things. Yesterday and today, actually, I had about zero motivation to go to the gym. Did not want to do it. 100% was not excited to go to the gym. But I didn't want to quit. I didn't want to be a quitter. So 0% of me wanted to go to the gym, but 50% of me was like, I don't want to miss 2 days in a row. So that 50% of not wanting to miss 2 days in a row is what got me to the gym. Motivation and, enjoyment for the gym and all of that wonderful stuff, discipline, whatever, didn't get me to the gym. That fact that I didn't want to miss 2 times in a row, because I don't believe that is a great way to do habits. Basically, that's how bad habits form, is missing multiple times in a row. So you can still hold yourself accountable. You can still do it in a kind way, because regardless of whether I want to lose weight, gain weight, whatever it is, long-term health, it doesn't really change the fact that we need to eat relatively well. It doesn't change the fact that we need to go to the gym. It does not change the fact that we should go for walks, get adequate sleep, drink our water, etc. So even if you're telling yourself to do that stuff because you want to lose weight, even if we don't lose weight, still need to do those things. So you might as well do them anyway. You need some feedback, obviously, to get the scale to move. Obviously, there's lots of tools at your disposal to get that goal moving, but be honest, be kind. And the next thing I have for you is you don't need to diet this time of year. You don't need to diet for fat loss. There are plenty of things that you can practice. I would also say, even if you're not losing weight, you might think, well, I should just stop. There's no point in losing weight this time of year or trying to lose weight this time of year, because it's the holidays. It's just not possible, blah, blah, blah. I'll deal with it in January. Well, I would say it's still worth practicing this stuff, because if you just don't gain extra weight this holiday season, you're already starting the year that little bit ahead. And all of these healthy mindset things, healthy habits, healthy actions, they don't really change. Like I said, need to go to the gym to be a healthy human. I need to drink water to be a healthy human. All those things. So practice them, even if they're in micro habit form, still worth doing. 100% still worth doing. So keep practicing that stuff, even if you don't want to diet this time of year, because you don't have to. I don't think so. It's fine. It's fine. You don't have to diet, but I still want you to be a healthy human. Thirdly, this is very, very helpful, if I do say so myself, but it was brought up during our Kickstarter call on Tuesday, which is the group program. And this is if you're struggling to make a healthy choice. It is, one, quite easy to be very mean to ourselves. And also for making choices for other people. Yeah, clearly Susie wants to do this, so clearly Susie should choose option A, etc., right? Much harder when we're doing it for ourselves, because we're inherently biased. So for me, I like to think of the healthiest version of myself, or the goal version of myself, whether this is health, whether this is business, etc. What is that, pinnacle version of Allie? What should she choose? If she was her healthiest self, body, mind, everything, what would she do? Think about that. Going to the bar. I don't like to drink. So if you invite me to a bar, I will happily go, but I won't drink. I just don't like it. I just don't like it. If I go to a restaurant, healthiest version of you goes to a restaurant. You're not worried about calorie counting, but you just want to eat to feel good, or you want to enjoy a fun food in moderation. What does that look like? Think about what that person would do. And then you can kind of start to envision those new possibilities. If you don't know what those possibilities or different choices could be, happy to talk with you about that. But imagining that and mind, I do emphasize that part, because if a lot of times people will just think, oh, if they're a really healthy body, they're, always cutting calories, or they're eating really low calorie food. And that's not always the case. Some people, they could look healthier on the outside because they lost weight, but their mind is not in a great place. I've been there myself. I see many people struggle with that, and they're achieving this new great physique in a very, very negative mindset. So that is tough. It's still not a fun place to live. So really try to envision that person that you're trying to become, potentially, that is their healthiest version of themselves, both body and mind. So I like that a lot. It helps to ease our decision making because you can say, oh, what would that person do? And it becomes a lot easier. So hopefully those 3 tips helped you. And this is just another version of Free Shit Friday. So hopefully that free training helped. Make sure that you check out the library resources as well if you're looking for what has been available on previous Fridays. And if you have any nutrition questions, please feel free to reach out. Always happy to answer those. And I hope you have a fantastic Friday.